Hi, this is Portia Sharp, aka Madam P from Rave Toys, and you are watching Hostal Water TV.
Greetings, citizens, and welcome to another episode of Mars vs. Venus. I am your host with the most, What's in Store with T. Moore, and boy, do we have a doozy of a show for you today. Fantastic show topics, awesome questions, and a phenomenal cast of characters. The co-host, let's start the introduction, shall we?
Hi, I'm Miss Free.
Matasha.
Voice of reason.
I tell you, I gotta love this crew. I got a bunch of great topics, and today we're going to try history on the show, Adrian.
Okay.
We're going to try to tap into a place that you can call parts unknown. And this is the woman's mind. We're trying to get understanding for men. I've been getting a lot of questions from some of our viewers, our male viewers, and they want understanding. They want just to try to get in the same book as the women. So we're going to try to tap into some of the questions are geared towards you women.
All right.
And we're just going to start off like this. If you get up in the middle of the night and caught your mate watching porn, what would your reaction be?
Ask him, was it okay? Like, it's something like, are you stressed? Something bothering you? And if not, you know what I mean? Like, hey, knock yourself out. I go back to bed. But then if it was like a reoccurring event, like it just kept happening, like, okay, you know, we need to go to counseling, or is there something I'm not doing right? Or are you trying to get ideas? Especially if they're watching porn and it's the same interaction on the intimate side in the bedroom. Okay, if you're watching porn and you still doing the same thing, like, well, okay, either you're doing that to get some stress off, or who you using those moves with? You know what I mean? So that would be mine.
How about you?
Me?
Rick, huh?
Well, if I woke up in the middle of the night and my partner was watching porn, I kind of feel Adrian. I'd be like, what's going on? Like, because essentially I would feel like, you don't need to watch that. You know, we can do us, you know. So if he's watching porn, I'm going to be like, that's a little weird, but I don't know. I mean, porn doesn't offend me in any way. I actually enjoy porn myself. So.
Wowzers. I tell you.
So, yeah.
How about you, Matasha?
I wouldn't be offended. I've personally done it myself. So, I mean, because you don't want to always wake up your partner, you know, especially if they got to go to work the next morning earlier than you or whatever. So you just, you know, had the urge, or you woke up from a dream that was more realistic than you thought it was going to be. So you wanted to, you know, act it out, which is fine. But I would personally ask if they wanted some help, you know.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Please.
May I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you said I personally done it myself. Did you mean like wake up in the middle of the night and watch it, or made porn?
No, personally got up in the middle of the night
okay,
and wanted to watch
say.
porn because I didn't have.
I just want to know who I'm sitting next to.
No, never made none.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's not in the book of mine. So.
Here's another question. How soon in a relationship do you guys think it would be to give your lover, your significant other, the key to your home? You guys live in separate places, and how soon do you think that should occur?
It depends on how much you're interacting. Like if they're at your house a lot or you're at their house a lot, then I think that should be, especially if it becomes inconvenient. Like they come into the house a lot and you're like, well, I'm not there, and you have to double back and go. Well, and if you trust that, if y'all in a relationship, that's cool. Yeah, I give her a key or she give me a key to her place. You know, it is what it is. But a lot of times you gotta be careful though. Like if they're on Section 8 or something, they only give out one key. So, and sometimes they say just like the post office box, do not duplicate.
Right.
So you just out.
It's deep.
Yeah.
How about you, Miss Free?
Well, being that I have children, I think that it would take some time in regards to exactly when I would release my key. However, situations happen to where it may be beneficial for that person to have a key to your home. And so I would kind of have to gauge that and see, where we are. And I feel like when that person is ready to give me a key to their home as well, I think that's important,
How about you, Mr.
I'm not giving up a key unless you moving in. That's the only time you're getting a key. Because, why would you need to be at my house when I'm not there? I've never had an interaction like that, like where I'm just going to go to your house. Like, why? I'm not there.
What if they wanted to maybe clean up, cook you dinner?
Then I'm going to let them use my key until I get home.
But you're going to take it back.
Yeah.
2 words. Trust issue.
No, it's not trust issues. First of all, I have kids, so I'm,
Right.
I have issues in that area, but if we're exclusive and we're together and, we make the step that we want to, move in together, or he's at my house almost every single night, then, I'll give up a key then. And that's probably going to be 4 or 5 months down the line, 6 months down the line.
I need a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say I think it's better, man. To me, that's just me personally, my personal opinion. I think it adds a different dynamic to the relationship if you all have your own separate places. Then if you all have, and then you all have keys. To me, that shows like another level of trust you have in that person.
Yeah.
And then to me, it still gives you your space and your alone time. Just because we give a key, or I want a key, or you want a key, or I want to give you a key, that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to cohabitate with you. That doesn't mean I want to live in the same roof. You know what I mean? So to me, I think it's just a personal preference. Like I was in a relationship and it was less than a year that we exchanged keys, but it was no issues. We both have kids. We both have younger kids, but you know what I mean? We knew each other previous to having a relationship, and it was cool. It was no issue.
Great point. It's certain levels that you have to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Off the air, we were talking about this, so you guys might like this one. If your ex came back into your life and asked you to work it out, would you? Now, I want to interject something real quick. Last week, Miss Free hit us with something with the soul.
She got that knowledge.
She said she was into the soul of things. So the question is, if your ex came back into your life and asked to work it out, would you?
Well, which ex are we talking about? Because if it's Daquan,
She put a name on there.
no, if it's Daquan who is an ex for a reason and it's something that I wouldn't want to look back on, then most definitely not. Was in the past should stay in the past. However, if it's somebody who we separated on terms that were like, maybe it just wasn't a good time in life for either one of us to where, we could tend to one another and give each other the attention, then, that is open. The door could be open there.
How about you, Matasha?
Any ex I have is an ex for a reason. And I've went through this, recently myself. So I openly told the person it's not going to happen. They're ex for a reason.
Yes.
What you got, Adrian?
I think Matasha needs to be on a Lifetime movie.
You're probably right. I'm going to write a book.
It's just she got the worst
Make
luck.
my memory too. I have the
With
worst
exes.
luck ever. It's terrible.
I think a lot of times it has to do with timing and starting something prematurely.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you can be friends and then try to start a relationship that shouldn't have existed at that time. As far as piggyback on what you said, I think that has a lot to do with it as well. So I wouldn't necessarily X and X out,
Right.
So yeah, I agree with you, Miss Free. Not you, Matasha.
You ain't got to agree.
Here's one, and this is directed and aimed towards the ladies. The question, it actually came from one of our viewers, Charles. Do women still like to be courted? It's a 2-part question. Do women like men to bring flowers, to call for no reason, and to go on dates? And he asked that question due to the fact of if a guy's calling you for no reason, he's bringing you flowers, he's trying to court you. A lot of times women, oh, this guy's whipped. Oh, this guy's soft. Or this guy's, he's too aggressive. But, sometimes in our minds, we're just reaching out because we care. We're reaching out because we're interested. We're reaching out because we want to try to build that bond.
And showing your chivalry's not dead.
Absolutely, it's called being a gentleman.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What's you guys take on that?
I'm gonna let Matasha handle this one first.
Why you say it like that? No, I do like it personally. It shows that you're interested in me. It means you were thinking about me when you were at the store or when you were, out and you picked up the phone to call me. That means you were thinking about me. So, I mean, I personally enjoy it. I saw, my grandfather do it with my grandma for 35 years, they were married. Mm-hmm. So, he used to write her notes every single day, telling her how much he loved her. And she still has them. And that's a memory that's, between them that she has forever and can go back and look on. So I personally like it.
What about you, Ms. Free?
I think courting is important. I think that it's something that I totally enjoy. I think that men should definitely do that. I've struggled in the past where men would think that it's okay to just be like, well, let's just go over your house and hang out and chill. And it's like, no, let's go on a date. Let's do something, get out, get to know one another a little better. And so when it comes to flowers and, signs of, that just I'm feeling you kind of stuff, I love that. I mean, I only get that. I get that from more men at work than I do from in my relationships, and I find that to be odd.
You get the courting process from
not the courting process, but the things like the buying of flowers and things of that nature that you were talking about. Yeah, the thinking of you cards. I have coworkers who just thinking of me and book. Like what do you call those edible arrangements?
Wowzers.
And, things of that nature. But it's fun, and I know that they have partners or whatever may have you. Yeah. So it's nothing like relationship or admiration or anything, but it's just like, thank you. And I would love to get that more from the men that I date, but I don't see that. You say chivalry isn't dead, but I don't know where it go. You're right. Okay.
Does this come from guys as far as like your coworkers?
What's that?
Does this come from like guys as far as your coworkers?
Yeah, like as far as flowers and cards and things of that nature.
That is awesome. Well, we got to pause for the calls and check the station identity. And thank you for tuning in to Mars versus Venus. Come on back.
You make me wear my bike helmet. You taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to Mars versus Venus. I am your host with the most, What's in Store with T. Moore. And the introductions, please.
Hi, I'm Miss Free.
Matasha.
The voice of reason.
This part of the show is going to be a little twist of lemon with a lot of lime. We got Miss Free with the cosmic juice part of the show.
All right. So, I want to get high, 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 high. Obviously not today in Ohio. So, as we all know, issue 3 did not pass. And as a matter of fact, it was a margin of about 900,000 votes to no versus yes. And I just kind of wanted to get you all's take on what's to come of this. What's your thoughts on this?
I was really hoping that it did pass, just due to the fact of the money that Colorado is bringing in. They're using that money for recreation for kids, education for kids. You can fix some of these raggedy roads around here. You can actually maybe hire people to either retrain or train law enforcement the right way. I was really interested in seeing if it would pass, to see what they were going to do with those extra dollars, because we need it. You know, as a state, you know, these small towns, these cities, I really wanted it to pass. What you guys think?
That's good stuff.
I didn't necessarily want it to pass or want it to fail. It doesn't bother me that it did fail, for the simple fact, I look at it this way, as far as from what you were saying, T. Moore, they have a lot of money that comes in from different states from lottery too.
Yeah.
But the reality is they use the money for what they want to use it for.
True.
Secondly, I look at it as far as how they use it for drug testing and substance abuse. Marijuana is not as easily detected as far as on a person as you would alcohol, to say. So you got a lot of people that's doing operating heavy machinery, that's driving school buses, and me personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable with my kid or anybody else's kid on a bus or anything with somebody that's been smoking or anything. You know what I mean? Somebody on a break or whatever, they might drink. You can honestly smell the drink on them, or
Right.
you're going to smell a small presence of toothpaste, mouthwash to cover it up. Marijuana, you spray a little bit of cologne. To be honest, from a up close personal, it smells just like they've been smoking a cigar or a cigarette if they're not smoking it at that time. So to me, I think it might be better in the long run that they didn't pass it.
I have a question for you. That sounds like recreational purposes. What about from medicinal purposes?
Well, medicinal purposes, I believe there's prescriptions should have regulations that they can operate machinery or operate in that fashion of driving a school bus or anything at that time while they're under the influence of that prescription. I don't believe.
Okay.
I wanted to see it pass because of the because of the medical part of it, because there is so many people that could use it that, you know, would help ease their pains. And then the money also was, you know, an aspect. And then jobs, it was going to bring in like 10,000 jobs or something. So, you know, that aspect would have been nice to see it. But, I mean, it didn't for a reason. Maybe it's just not time for Ohio to have that at this time.
Right. Okay. Well, in other news, you guys know the old singing group TLC, of course. They were recently in the news. They had actually, T-Boz and Chili reached out to their fans, and they set out to see if they could raise money for their 5th and final album. They had a goal of $150,000. They ended up raising $430,000. But here's the problem. They were set to release their album at the end of this year, and it looks like they pushed it back as of right now to 2016. What's your take on that?
1 word, 3 letters. Wow. They wanted to raise $150,000 to make music in today's times. That's insane off the rip. It doesn't take that much money to make a record nowadays at all. What was the number again?
$430,000.
Somebody has a new car. Somebody went on a shopping spree.
Not a tracker.
Somebody went and probably bought some property. Man, I'm telling you, that's sad, because the fans actually believed in them, invested in them, and they get nothing for it. Sad. What you guys got?
Yeah, I don't think it's right. I mean, your fans did it for a reason. You know, they want another album, and now they don't have it, and they're not going to get their money back. And I think it was just a plot to get some of their money back from what they lost years ago, personally.
I'd say stop investing in secular music. No, it's some funny business going on, man. It's you can't abuse your fans like that, man. Especially they've stuck by you even through, you know what I mean? Like, you haven't put out an album in how many years? You haven't had
it's been a long time.
a contract, you know. And the people are willing to, in this economy, to give up their money to help you all out and to support you all so they can hear some good music again. And that's what you do. Even if you prolonged it, you know what I mean? Give them some kind of reason, give them some kind of expectation to look for.
Drop
to
some
when the music,
mixtapes.
something.
Yeah, something.
You can drop a mixtape for, you could like do some decent stuff for $1,500.
Right.
For right now, at least pacify the people, but, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. So TLC, if you're watching,
I tell you.
give the people what they want.
Please.
You know, give them what they want. So another topic we have is revolving around Black China and the rapper Future. So recently, Black China posted a picture on Instagram with a tattoo of Future's name on her. Not long after that, Future posted on his Instagram that he is single and pretty much ready to mingle. So the issue here is that, you know, when it comes to women showing their love and admiration for men, and she's not getting that in return, it's like it's some premature claiming of someone or misunderstandings in that relationship. What do you guys think about that?
I got a few words. Idiot, moron. Those are two came off, you know, real quickly. You shouldn't get anybody's name tattooed on you unless it's your child. You know, or your mother, a grandfather, somebody that has the same bloodline as you, somebody that you just can't just say, oh, this person is not my family anymore. You know, as far as dating someone or even a husband or a wife type situation, no names. I think when you do that, it goes downhill.
Yeah.
You know, in most situations, it just goes downhill.
I agree with that too. I wouldn't get nobody's name tattooed on me. I wouldn't do that, first of all. Then second of all, I look at it too, and don't get me wrong, everybody has done something and led people on to a certain extent. But I think especially at a certain age and being grown men, you need to be careful, man, of how things are portrayed in a relationship. Now, I'm not saying, because I don't know personally, but it's had to be something to make her think that something was going to be that serious, that she gets something tattooed. And then for you to go on social media and put her on blast like that or say that you're single, man, to me, to be honest, man, like sometimes that whole social media thing, man, it can be just like straight detrimental to anything, man. And a lot of times it does more damage than it does entertainment, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't get nobody's name tattooed on me. Unless it was kids or family. Yeah, that's no. I mean, even if, you know, you are in a serious committed relationship, that's just not something you should do. And I don't have no tattoos anyway, so I'm not marking myself. So
I got to interject one more time on this last one though. But yeah, he could have been misleading her in some ways, but you never know. Nowadays, it's like the prettiest of girls are the most craziest of girls. So she may have did it just to show him that she was serious. You know, you just never know in today's time, man. You dealing with some real cuckoos out here, man.
I agree.
Yeah, you just never know where somebody's coming from. You know, left field, right field, you know, second base, first base. You just never know. So in that situation, I definitely will not ever get anyone's name other than somebody that I've made or somebody that made me.
Yeah.
Name on my body.
I mean, how long were they even dating? Because wasn't he just in the, you know, news with what's her name?
Sierra and some other woman he was with.
you ain't even been with him long enough to
like,
maybe he likes
be
her.
substantial, but to be substantial enough to think, I'm gonna go put my.
That was a bad move.
I mean, that was
that was very bad
move.
move.
That he was in the news being mad because the
Sierra,
relationship.
yeah.
So no, you ain't even been around long enough to even want to do that.
His name is Future, so he's a
but
visionary.
But at least it says future. It doesn't, it could be, just every time I look at that, I think to myself, and what my future is going to hold.
But she also just got out of, not long ago, a relationship with the other rapper, Tyga. Tyga?
I think it's Tyga.
Right, okay. Well, she just got out of a relationship with him and went through her issues in social media with that. And so I definitely feel like she's, really seeking some attention. Something is not right in that respect. And I don't blame Future. I would be like, let me put this in the box that it's supposed to be in and let everybody know.
I'd blame him, because cool as she is, I'd be cool with me. She could tattoo my name on me. That's fine. Because sometimes crazy is good, because I pray every night for a woman that will kill for me.
Wow.
Well, is that all?
That's all I have for now.
All righty, well, we're going to segue right into these great questions that we have, and directed towards you women again. Let's see here. Can a woman be in love and still cheat?
I've heard women say that that's possible. For them, that's something that they feel is good, but I don't see how that could be, because if I'm in love with a man, like he's the only person who I'm paying attention to. He's the only person I want to see. I just don't have any energy or any type of feeling when another guy is trying to come on to me or anything. So
now I want to know, how do you love? Do you love the person, the human being, or do you fall in love with their soul?
Here you go with this soul thing. I guess I'm gonna be nailed to the wall for that one for a while. But I'm a soul person. Like, I'm all into things, the universe and things of that nature, and laws of attraction and all that good stuff. And so
Kent's Cavalier juice.
and so, I'm talking about being in love with the person, definitely, and in love with just what it could be. Everything could be, our relationship, how it can grow and develop, and all of that good stuff.
Great point. What you got, Matasha?
I think you could love somebody, but being in love with somebody and cheat, no. Because there's two different, that's two different things. Like, I could say I love you and cheat because there's something lacking in the relationship, because most women are emotionally based, and if we're not getting something, they're gonna go seek it elsewhere. But to say I'm in love with somebody, no.
Is this
because I don't use those words just to use them.
Is this the LOVE or the LUV?
The LUV is the love you,
okay,
but the I love you is the LOVE.
Well, I tell you, what you got, the voice or reason down there?
I plead the fifth.
Well, that's a first.
Let's play in the fifth. We out of here.
Plead the fifth. We out of here.
Any parting shots before we get out of here?
No.
That's it? That's all?
That's all, folks.
Well, thank you, good folks, for tuning in to Mars vs. Venus. And like I always say around this time, when you're having fun, it gets late early. Deuce.
Good night.